on. This time around, a little bit different, right? We're going to expect to see sort of a more sort of group effort rather than just everything on one hero here from Spirit. Whereas, yeah, as you picked up upon VP, very much a similar way to go as they did in Game 1 with their draft.
Indeed, and I think more importantly, Toronto-Tokyo is on a signature. All right, Storm Spirit, Void Spirit. These are the heroes we have seen him pop off on. These are the heroes he's been playing as Team Spirit have gone on their great run. I'm glad that they've put him on a comfort, and I would have been fine seeing him on Death Prophet, but he's a killer. And that last game, really tough to watch as a fan of Team Spirit. Tedious, lack of playmaking. Maposhka as a 5 clock seemed like the only one capable of forcing aggression. And now, perhaps you're still outmatched in the late game, but you can make moves.
Yeah, for VP, even with the heroes that were changed up from what we had last game, how does this actually compare to what you saw from VP last time round? Like, is this an even better draft from them, or did you prefer Game 1s?
Sorry, I got distracted by all the voice line spam. What was the question?
Game 1 versus Game 2, which is the better sort of tiny morph draft around the time? Did you like this one more? Or?
I actually like the other one more.
Like
I think the Underlord and the Willow were a great combo. I'm not a huge fan of Oracle plus Morph. I get it, hard save. I just think it's better with more control and damage-based supports. You don't have a natural Ags partner as well. Like, the Willow was what made the Morph strongest hero in game, even an item behind Medusa. You don't have that option here.
Oh, we'll see how this mid matchup goes. I mean, what do you expect from this? Is it another one where the Morph does come out on top, or?
Yeah, you have a pretty big base damage advantage. It should be better than the Invoker fared.
Sure.
I think Toronto-Tokyo is also just a much better Void Spirit in the laning phase. And did Mirana or Windranger go for a Blightstone start? No, they didn't. Interesting. They're both going for the Wraith and the Null. Okay. Interesting. I really like Mirana with the Blightstone, especially against the Tiny. Like we were even talking about, it's a 0 armor hero. Surprised that they skip it. Oracle as well, I think 1 base armor. Who knows? I like the Soul Ring build on Tiny too. This is kind of what makes them viable in the safe lane. Free armor. And just always nice to be able to have a combo threat.
Absolutely, yeah. If you see these two sort of getting aggressive and you know you are going to be able to turn, even with the slight sacrifice of HP, definitely makes it a little bit harder for Spirit to seize an opportunity to try and get aggro on you.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, so far, so good. I think we're probably going to expect pretty similar breakout. Wait, I say that. Hang on. Wow. I was about to say, I think we'll have a passive laning phase. Not much is going to happen, OD, but then an easy first blood. Looked like a Spear into an Arrow combo. Not much an Oracle can do level 1, or level 2 rather, to prevent. There's the 0 armor factor.
Yeah, this is when they've got to hit Nightfall hard. We see mid, as expected, keeping the lead here, GPK, but Toronto-Tokyo not quite as far behind as he was when he played this matchup last time around as the Invoker. Top lane, I mean, DM, the Axe this game, is he sort of on track to have another pretty good time? Is there much that's going to shake up the Axe's flow?
Oh.
They've got the damage here. The Battle Hunger and a spin or two, they will. They don't even need a spin, just the right clicks alone. DM. Careful. Taking down Yatoro.
I saw a video, I can't remember his name, unfortunately. Someone in chat will give you guys the channel, but 10 spells you're not casting properly when you play Dota 2. A big one was Shackle. The closer you are to the target you target with Shackle Shot, the larger the radial cone is to acquire the target.
Yeah.
So good Windrangers, that's why you'll see it always with that point-blank range. And really nice play there from Save, setting up a free kill. No point W, I like that a lot. The Battle Hunger actually providing more damage. The chase down effect, the auto attacks, it's more efficient than just not having stun. Shackle Shot, one of the better stuns to do it. We're going to see it a lot as a 4. It's a 2-second level 1 stun for 70 mana. Like, that is a pretty insane. Yeah, like, that's good.
And it can stun 2 people, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, the way it went. I was playing with Fog the other day. He's so good. His shackles stun 3 people.
Damn. We'll see if Save's able to step up to that level. But so far, yeah, this top lane definitely putting some heavy pressure onto Yatoro.
Man, in mid lane, look at that. It's just GPK disgusting.
I mean, and the thing is about this matchup, I mean, I don't know if Toronto Tokyo is going to be able to recover a sort of, you know, start to threaten the Morph as the levels come in as easy as he was able to on the Invoker. You know, sure, your abilities are nice on the Void Spirit, but against the Morph, I don't think they hit quite as hard as when you get to like the Tornado EMP early on in terms of just disrupting what the Morph's trying to do in the mid. It's bottom lane, collapse and mirror, another timer, getting it onto Nightfall. So the way that things lanes are going, Spirit definitely doing a good job of causing issues for Nightfall in this laning stage.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me. Like, this Axe and Morph, they're doing so well. There have been 36 creeps they've been able to kill so far this game. They're sitting at 29 and 28. That is pretty nuts. And this is the lasting legacy, I'd say, from VP. Ever since that change to denies in that they provided less XP to enemies, that was really the catalyst for that original VP roster to start dominating people. And ever since then, no matter who's playing on this team, they always seem to crush their lanes. And right now, a couple deaths on Tiny, sure, but they're ahead in CS in all 3. And that Vanguard Axe, like, he's going to force the Wraith King to jungle real quick. That is, that's like incredibly fast timing. Vit booster and just 200 gold.
Yeah, this lane is definitely going to become pretty unplayable soon for Spirit. Obviously, each and every time Yatoro just taking so much damage here from the hunger and just the slow, drawn-out harassment here from Save.
Death Prophet 5 not seeming nearly strong enough against enemy Wind Ranger. And looks like Toronto Tokyo in the jungle. Will he get the rune? The 50-50 in 3, 2, 1. Regen. Not bad. Should even up his lane.
Is he bottom? Trying to have another go on to Nightfall.
Nice.
And he's able to make sure that Collapse doesn't have an opportunity to lay that spear down on him. This time around, Nightfall able to live.
You 13 mana, boy.
Did he re-record that, you think, or they just take it from the old video?
Ah, there's a re-record, right, from one of the players. And Miposhka. I mean, not a lot you can do against this as a DP. Now get the Siphon off. Still with the Battle Hunger ticking him down. He's going to have to go through both of the charges here to keep himself alive.
Vanguard Dota.
Now with the TP in Toronto Tokyo, he's going to look to try and punish DM for this. DM.
He has no point in Remnant.
Oh, Shackle. We'll stop the crit coming in from the Wraith King. Has he got enough burst? Oh, great Fire Blast in DM.
Vanguard.
The Vanguard. Ah, the Crypts one will get him. Miposhka having that final bit of magical damage to push DM over the edge, but my goodness, it took everything.
Yeah. It was crazy. Miposhka actually healed all the way up to full because he's draining so much HP from an axe with near 1200 HP. Tough to dive. Surprised they went for it, but even with the death, somewhat worth because you force Void Spirit away for so long. Look at how it affected Toronto Tokyo's net worth. It's the thing about getting kills nowadays. If they take you too long, especially as a mid, you would have preferred creep waves. Let's see.
I'm starting to scout out around these 8-minute runes coming up. Save and Miposhka making the move over. See in the mid. Yeah, GPK still just having the better time, maximizing what he's getting out of this early game. Toronto. He's in. The rune's going to be at the top, and Toronto's got to get out. He'll be fine. Of course, whilst this move's been making around mid, that leaves Nightfall open to be jumped upon by the two of them. And we collapse and mirror. This is what, sort of the 3rd time they've taken down Nightfall in this bottom lane. But Nightfall having a much more punished beginning to this one. Farm's still not looking too bad for him, but we're seeing a lot of sort of XP and gold being picked up by this Mars. A much stronger start to the game. Collapse is going to have this time around.
I like that he's also recognized, you know what, I want to do stuff. No more of this pipe rush. I'm going to deal damage. Phase boots, bracer, grab the soul ring for the farming speed. He had blink queued up. I'd love to see him just go for just kill things.
I think he will after this.
Going in again.
And this time Save's here to help out. Comes in with a shackle. They try and turn with the burst onto Collapse. If they got enough, they do. Kingslayer gets the combo in. Takes out Collapse.
Yeah, no dust. They didn't want to blow a sentry. Didn't have the spells up. And ultimately, not worth the resources for the support. So DM, Vanguard Dota, gonna outfarm the Wraith King just by cutting waves, farm an easy camp. A broom handle to boot. Says hello, Yatoro.
Yeah, it's alright. Gonna go straight for the Radiance this game. No Armlet, no Midas. Looking
Bold.
for that complete rush, which is, I think, sort of out of the three combos, probably the thing we see the least right now. Pretty much, most of the time, it's going to be the Armlet or Midas in the build-up. See if he still commits for the naked Radiance. Save. On Mirror, but leaps are ready, and VP, they just continue to be onto this tier 1 tower mid, and 10 minutes in, getting a lot of damage done here in the mid lane. Team Spirit are around, and VP no signs of backing off. GPK still feeling confident. They actually get the shackle set up onto Toronto Tokyo, but no further follow-up. So they're back off for now, but this tier 1 on the edge of being taken out.
Good information. They felt the presence of the Mars creeping in from bottom lane. He went missing. They had a nice ward on him to scout his rotation through the river. And now the old switcheroo, as we've come to expect, somewhere around the 10-minute mark. The enemy carry TPs to offlane. Does not want to play against an Axe anymore, and VP say, oh, well, is it that time? Okay, we'll do this dance. And they go top to most likely trade safe lane towers.
Radiant are scanning.
Pretty peaceful game, kind of as expected. 2 to 4, 11 minutes.
Similar to sort of the frequency of kills we had last game. I think, if anything, even lower this time round.
GPK gotta be cautious. Leonidas waits.
Oh, they got the spear. Have they got enough burst to take him out in time? They do. Straight in onto GPK. Fantastic spear from Collapse, coming from the trees, sets up for the kill. Now with the Exorcism, Poshka, he's hit 6, he's ready to go for more. They've got the arena down, they've trapped Nightfall. Kingslayer does have a false promise to offer up, but this is going to be so much overbearing damage onto Nightfall that he's very likely to fall. And he does. A false promise and heals, not enough to outdo that. That has been done by Spirit. Spirit, not only just a tier 1 in the mid, but the two biggest kills they could hope for, both GPK and Nightfall.
Yeah, DM playing like a real carry. He was the one that actually came bot, shoved that lane. Now doing the walk. You saw him circle enemy jungle. That's where he's going to want to play. He's very close to the Blink Dagger. And then it gets a lot easier for this VP lineup to get things done. Nightfall's game pretty lost, but he'll have a blink at some point, but behind his axe. That's going to be the true timing. Suddenly, these playmakers will actually be able to do just that. Wow, an E-Blade rush for GPK this time. Guess just to blow up the support duo.
Yeah.
They don't have hard save. The benefit of an Oracle, too. It's a lot of burst damage you could add. Same with the Tiny, of course.
And it can be nice as well to protect those that are caught underneath the reach of the Wraith King. There's Yatoro. Getting that space. Bottom tower taken. It's going to be on track to rush these big items this game with the areas that he's found. Collapse. Hovering around GPK. And I've got Toronto Tokyo coming over as well. GPK. Look at the spear. They've caught him out before the shift starts, and they've got the burst. Another time here where Collapse's spear has been the death of GPK.
I'm dead.
As he is having a much better game, a high impact this time around from Collapse.
Yeah, it's killing items. I'm telling you, he's feeling himself now. This is the way he's meant to play. Good initiation. They've dust.
Sentry's down. The dunk. They will manage to punish Collapse, and a good time to do, as we see, trying to get the build up on the Blink Dagger. Had about 1,700 gold, so able to postpone that a little bit with moves like this. VP definitely wanting to be a little more careful.
Oh, wow. Hold up, that was a bot. That's a bot on the Void Spirit.
Yeah, I like it, right? This is one of those mids where the bots rush, it can work. It's like your pucks, right? A hero that, it's all in the abilities. You need the levels, you need the abilities. Bots, it's going to maximize your ability to just get involved. You don't have to have that item to buff up your offensive or defensive potential.
Uh-oh.
Mass TP's coming in. They can't afford for Nightfall to go down again. Arrow does catch him. DM coming in with a call on to Mirror at the side. Mirror with a few leaps left ready, but GPK turning into the Mirana himself. Using the leaps against him. Will manage to continue to chase and close in upon him. Get the kill. Mirror will fall. Of course, they didn't have enough damage to take down Nightfall. Now DM, another catch. He's in onto the Death Prophet, and two back-to-back plays there. DM setting up for the action. A pretty much ideal Blink Dagger showing that.
This is how VP are meant to play it. Now with the double blink, they can actually get aggressive on map. Wraith King survives. No risk. He's closing in on the Radiance. And that'll certainly accelerate his farming speed. You know, they're going greedy on Team Spirit. They don't really fear going late this time.
Yeah. Do you think that's the correct call this game? Do you look at this and feel that they will have some superiority in the later stages?
Oh, they got to kill Oracle, but that's a lot easier with the Void Spirit. So I think that they're certainly going to be in better shape. Is there a blink on Collapse? What did he end up going for?
He was saving up for it still. I don't think he's quite got them. Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay,
he just had enough.
So you've had this big initiation advantage on the side of VP. It's why they've picked up the last 3 kills on map. But now, Equalizer, Arena, Spear combo, you're going to pick off pretty much anybody. So be very careful, GPK.
Oh, they've caught him 2 times in a row. Can they get him a third? See, he's already backing off and does have Save by his side. Save's going to actually head in. Smoke will be dispelled on Toronto Tokyo, so a little harder now for Spirit to get the jump. Still in the shadows, though. Toronto Tokyo to show mid.
They want him.
DM.
Oh! Pass fingers.
Now, actually, they're going to make the aggression play onto DM. Save. The Shackle will disrupt the setup from Collapse, but Collapse actually still able to find it. The Arena enough to catch DM as DM tries to step away. They get the kill done.
Yeah, Oracle, 2 seconds on the ultimate. Wouldn't have been in range to save him anyway. But just kind of reminiscent of the last game. Both teams just playing conservatively. Playing as 5. But this time, Team Spirit, I think, in a much more comfortable position. And firmly in control of both positions on top of the net worth chart. And it's going to get like this Void Spirit build is going to pay dividends because you're just going to cut these waves. Bottom in the tier 2, so now you go cover top. He's going to be very farmed, top net worth. And the Kaya next is like this is pretty much just the ideal, even with the farming skill build. So this will be a very fat Void Spirit. And it's going to be an incredibly difficult game for Kingslayer specifically. Him and Save can't really afford to itemize defensively here. There's items you must get. You're going to save your team. You want that Javelin to Maelstrom Rush on the Wind Ranger, but you are very susceptible to just being killed off any jump.
Yeah, it's going to be all on VP's cause to capitalize on any moves that Spirit make onto the supports.
I don't know about this E-Blade, man.
Well, you feel that you just don't like the sort of the burst of the morph this game. You'd rather see him go sort of the same build as last time round, just the sort of Manta Skadi right-click build-up.
I don't mind E-Blade, but I think rushing it is tough nowadays. Like, it's not an item that's just going to straight up win you the game, right? And it's a lot of gold to carry before you're able to actually spend it. That's my concern with it, is that for the last 6 or 7 minutes, he's had 0 gold, improving his farming speed, his gameplay. Now it's like, okay, we've got E-Blade, let's make it happen. That's why TP's based. They're gonna smoke. They're gonna push wave and go for it right now.
I mean, they have got a lot of burst. They get him with the E-Blade combo and the follow-up with the Tiny. It's gonna be a kill pretty much on anyone on Spirit's side. DM. Gonna get the catch on your Toro. And with the burst, that's gonna be a Toro down the ones, but the Arena's out. They'll turn their efforts onto DM. False Promise going to be used here to keep DM alive. And Poshka is in onto Kingslayer. Kingslayer trying for the TP out, but Toronto Tokyo's in with the grab. Remnant down, they'll be able to take out the 2 of them. Nothing of any value lost here from Spirit, just a reincarnation, but they don't care. 2 heroes out on VP. Spirit can now head into the pit.
Baited. Straight up baited. Well played, Spirit. You kill the hero with the built-in Aegis, and then the rest of the team is like, oh, okay, we'll just pop our ults then, thank you very much. Procced an AoE slow on your entire team. Force the buyback. Now you can't Roche, but you'll take that as Spirit. Your late game is secured so long as you don't get owned in some huge engagement. With no ults up, relax. Everything is chill.
Absolutely, we're seeing it, the gold of Toronto, Tokyo, and Utoro staying a fair bit ahead now Oh, the mid and the carry of VP. A big lead being grown. VP can't afford any more moves like that. Otherwise, they're really going to feel it in the network. And we're seeing, you know, even with the way the last things are going, they're keeping their foot on the pedal. Immediate smoke up once again from VP.
But this is such a tough smoke. They're going to get vision up, I believe, which is nice. But yeah, you can't hunt the Void Spirit. Toronto Tokyo playing real well, just sort of hiding, shoving side lanes, playing trees. This ward is quite nice, but you need more than that as VP. You'd love a kill into a sneaky Roche, though it would take you some time. Like the scout it, all right.
Both teams just playing ever so careful once again, as we saw last game. Neither team wanting to take the wrong step forward.
They got really good vision on Spirit.
Or they get the jump collapse. It's going to start things. They've caught the two supports. DM's going to try and come with the counterplay, but Toronto Tokyo is already over towards the backlines. Takes out save. They get the Remnant pull back into the DP. They will lose DP. A 2 dead. Both supports gone on VP. The core's now left alone. GPK surrounded it. Avalanche out on Toronto Tokyo and collapse. Again, using the Void Spirit form to try and jump away to safety, but they're in with a stun. GPK is caught. Spirit again taking the team fight.
VP just caught napping, man. This gold advantage is getting pretty formidable. They're playing on top of wards. You smoke bot, you place ward, you sentry, but then you walk into Spirit's area of the map. They've controlled your triangle, and this is just so simple for them. Kingslayer is leading the charge. That's never going to work out for you. He's forced to blow his ultimate early onto the Axe just as some sort of, you know, just before he dies. GPK, he'll try to get away, but nice catch there. Easy Remnant. He dies too.
Yeah, I mean, that was close to also losing DM. DM able to TP out as they didn't have any disable available. But another fight where they're having to bail on some of these bad moves, and maybe sort of one of these scenarios where we're seeing sort of the fact that, you know, VP last game, how important that Underlord was. You know, last time round, DM, he's TPing out on his own. Last game, he was able to take the squad out when things started to look bad. They don't have that luxury this time round.
Third smoke. This is the trademark VP do something smoke. But thus far, it's backfired each time. So find a support. That you need to kill a backline. Void Spirit or a support. Cannot initiate on Wraith King. Cannot initiate on Mars.
Rough. I mean, if this goes horribly, they might call it early. Let's see what they can achieve here, VP. The arena's down though. DM and Nightfall have been caught. Nightfall caught out by the spear. They're getting forced apart here. Nightfall is taking heavy damage here. He's run down by Yatoro and Mirror. Nightfall will go down. They've lost the Tiny. The rest of VP, they've got a bail. DM will manage to break away, but safe. He's been grabbed by the Remnant. Toronto Tokyo has the control. Ray Fire Blast comes in as Save will fall to the pulse. Kingslayer also taken out. Another failed smoke attempt here from VP. As DM, he's being watched here by Collapse. There's Collapse. Oh, he's got him! Able to find him in the trees, put a stop to the TP out. Toronto Tokyo with the bots ready to join forces with him as they'll take down 4. This game now very tough for VP off the back of 3 bad smokes in a row.
Yeah, they feel pressure to get something done. The late game isn't in their control, and they itemized for fights. You know, blink, E-Blade. If you can't kill stuff, there really isn't much the draft's going to be able to do for you, and thus far, Spirit has had VP's number.
There's some very nice moves from Spirit, showing that they are prepared for this aggression every single time.
Maybe not this time.
What? The Siphon here nearly kind of doing it. He was able to get that off very quickly. And look at this from Spirit. As soon as VP show their faces on the map, Spirit straight towards them. Toronto Tokyo closing in onto Nightfall. As Nightfall... a little too much hesitation there from Collapse with the spear. The arrow, though, does connect.
From downtown.
They didn't believe. They weren't moving in with it. So Nightfall, lucky to get away there. Yeah, Collapse, he could have had that for sure. I guess the God's Rebuke maybe not available. Could have laid that down straight away, but the hesitation will allow Nightfall to get away with his life intact this time.
Guys. Thanks a lot.
I'm trying to think, how do you get back into this if you're VP? Like, you got to capitalize on a mistake, I think. If Spirit just continue to ball up, play as 5, they're just too strong. Like, Yatoro, this man, 2,000 HP, status resist, a Radiance, 2 lives. Void Spirit enormous, now with an Ags soon to be completed.
Having a great game at Toronto. I mean, you said it, one of his signatures, 6-0-6. Absolutely no mistakes made by him so far this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty insane there as well. You know,
Yeah.
the most damage being done by Mira this game on his Mirana.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, the Spirit Vessel, I think, might have a little bit to do with that. But definitely an underrated 4 position, it feels like, from what we've seen so far in both halves of the European DPC.
I mean, can VP just... They can't play the farm game? They have to... They have to fight?
You can try to... at this point, fighting is a no-go. It's just not going to work out for you running into Team Spirit. You're going to have to try and stall it out. Take an advantageous team fight. Really, you need Spirit to make a mistake. Right now, Spirit are one huge gamble ahead. So just chill. You can take a little loss here and there. Maybe somebody gets picked off. No big deal. You're playing for the next stages. Well, the first stages, right? Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't actually.
They didn't finish it off. They didn't finish it off the first time. Yeah, it's still there.
Well, they're waiting for the Ags.
Yep.
Now they smoke. Yep, Ags on Yatoro. Here it comes. Or Toronto.
Yeah, big timing.
Now we go. I like it. Collapse should have his BKB. There it is. That's a... I mean, talk about a timing. There you go.
Yeah, this sort of BKB, Mars, Ags, Void Spirit, this is going to be a nightmare to fight into for VP. They don't have the BKBs yet on their cores. You know, GPK, Nightfall are going to be massively vulnerable to this sort of move. There he is, bottom. They got him. I mean, he's got nothing to protect himself. As I say, he's just a few hundred gold away from the BKB. Spirit just finding the perfect time to strike. And up top, Nightfall, he's got Blink up. He's out. And he is away. Nothing else to catch him there. Nightfall will manage to escape. But GPK, yet again, I mean, they're just catching him so many times here. Spirit, you know, they might not have been prepared to fully punish him last game, but this time round, they're really slowing down GPK's game.
Oh, yeah. I really point once again to the way VP thought they could play it. The way they itemized was that, oh, we're going to be ahead. We're going to hunt these guys all over the map. No stat items, no strength to speak of on the morph.
And sort of
first 20 minutes.
Compared to last, what do you think it is that they're missing the most this time around with their draft VP compared to last game?
I think the bottom lane going so much worse certainly hurt them. Instead of being the pacemaker, Nightfall sort of just fell off, felt somewhat useless, really. No one able to make plays. Basher on Yatoro, and they're feeling themselves on Spirit. Like, at this point, you're just cruising. And notice how that smoke succeeds. They had a huge item spike. VP's 3 smokes were kind of just like, hey, we got to get something done. Now the wraparound invis, the free smoke.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Still holding on to the tier 1 tower down in this bottom lane. Toronto Tokyo is going to start things a little slow with the Remnant though.
Double.
Won't catch save. Or maybe with just the damage from the Astral Steps and the Defibrillate alone, they do. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Remnant misses. It doesn't matter. Toronto Tokyo having more than enough damage here with the Resonant Pulses and chase down.
Surprised. You know, that was a potential fight for VP to turn it around, but they'd already ditched. Great warding from Spirit. They have so much information. High ground ward, yeah, we scouted out right there. Another one in this top lane. So easy to control map. Whenever you see Radiant heroes underneath, the gameplay becomes just incredibly easy. They're going to find Mira.
Oh!
Or will they?
They will not. Mira! He's more than fine. In fact, he's got a lot of backup coming in. The arena's down. They've caught GPK and DM. False Promise will allow GPK to break away, but DM left behind and surrounded by Team Spirit is relatively tanky, but probably not taking enough. Nightfall's also been caught off to the side by Toronto Tokyo. Arrows in. DM still alive, and Maposka got enough. No, the pipe will come out. DM does live, but we saw over towards the mid-boss. That chase was happening. Nightfall gets caught by the tower. Yet again, Toronto Tokyo able to just dive in. And with the False Promise already used in that earlier attempt to get GPK out that does succeed, there's nothing left to protect the carry.
And now the pause. If I'm in the booth, I'd probably say something along the lines of, guys, we've won the game. Just chill. No more fights. If we're not 5, we see the solo kill. Ags reveal. Just insane burst damage.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.
That feels so good. I mean, this is Toronto Tokyo.
Yeah.
This is what he should be playing. No, none of this Invoker. No offense. Not a bad player, but any hero buying a Midas, probably not suited for the young, soon-to-be superstar.
Just all queuing up these BKBs here, VP. They cannot do anything, really, against the jump of this Void Spirit now. As here we have it. Back in action. 15k lead here for Team Spirit. Having a completely solid hold of this game, too. It's not looking to get any easier for VP. They don't have any sort of crazy core hero that's going to step up to new levels as the game goes on. You know, one of the downsides of having this carry, Tiny, that we're seeing from Nightfall, he's died quite a bit this game, right? Yet 0, 6, and 4. It's not been an easy one at all here for the carry, Tiny, in game 2.
That is a rough comparison.
Tower is under attack.
It's
It's still a recipe away from his BKB. Bottom, DM, he's not getting out. Yaturo's in with a stun. I just take him whatever they want here, Team Spirit. Let's see Collapse, by the looks of it, trying to get the catch onto one of the other two. 2 supports this time. Out just in time.
Dire are scanning.
It's just so easy for them to play the game now. So long as they play together, VP can't take a team fight, so they're going to lose somebody. Top?
Nightfall.
Arcane Rune.
He's still not got his BKB. He's still trying to get it done here with the recipe. The arrow hits. He needs help, and he will get it. GPK is here, so Toronto Tokyo backing off momentarily, but he's actually able to get back in with the Remnant and the Dissimulate. Nightfall is going to be protected. This time around, VP able to not lose their carry, and they will get the kill onto Toronto.
That was pretty sick, actually. That was a really nice shackle from Save. It might be their answer, you know, just a couple of 2-man shackles. But you saw, like, they needed so much damage just to take out a Void Spirit totally by himself.
She collapse. Arena back up in a second. They might hold back, though, whilst Toronto Tokyo's down.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Well, VP, for what seems to have been the longest of times this game, finally able to find some sort of a trade that does benefit them. Maybe the BKBs will make enough of a difference.
We're going to find out.
There we have it. Nightfall, GPK.
Oh my
BKB's
God,
ready for the next fight. Collapse is already in. DM is actually going to come over the counterplay. Looks to control him with the call. Won't have enough damage on their own with the burster to really threaten Collapse.
I'm dead.
They'll play it cool here, VP. They'll hold back.
Yeah, oh man. Oh man, back inside the base. Button up the hatches. Void Spirit's about to be alive. The bot's threat means that the moment he spawns, he could be anywhere. Which means Spirit are 5. And VP, no chance to survive if they were to meet them on the field of combat.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Roshan spawning soon?
Radiant's top tower
No,
has fallen.
not even close to soon. 3 minutes is the minimum. I expect Spirit to bide their time until it's up. Free shards, always nice. And AC, Yatoro just way too much gold. He's like running out of items to buy at this point.
I mean, if VP do manage to make a comeback here, this will be definitely one of, and if not the biggest one we've seen in quite some time here in this league, in this division. Down 17k here rather early on, 32 minutes in. Team Spirit looking to have complete control with how much farm and XP. You know, Yatoro, he's pretty much got all the items. It's getting very close to the point that One foot placed in the wrong place from VP could lead to an immediate end of the game.
VP, you don't see this very often, but they're just 5 men in their base. The bounty rune disparity, that's nuts. It's a huge edge, Spirit's way. It's just, again, a very chill, very passive game. I like Spirit though. Like they've allowed them to. Oh, hang on.
Collapse. It's going to get a good start to the fight here. Gets the jump on Kingslayer. There's both supports. Easy pickings here for Spirit each time. Not a lot the VP can do to save one another. Now Nightfall. They have to come over the buybacks. They've got to protect their carry. Nightfall will manage to get the BKB off. Can he actually do anything aggressive with it? He can't. Glimmers out to Collapse. Collapses away. Both supports buying back there because of the threat of losing their Tiny.
I'm dead.
And nothing to be found other than just making sure that Spirit didn't dive any further in as they push themselves further behind here in the net worth.
Feels like VP, they're playing for imaginary reinforcements to come in. DM, not even there. He was shoving out bottom, cut the wave to ensure the push couldn't come in from Spirit, but then they double buyback, and you're like, wait, well, what was that for? Spirit just like, oh, well, all right then, and we'll back off. The gold lead now more than 20,000, so continuing to grow.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, and this is, you know, coming into this series, sure, game one was a little shaky from Spirit, but from what we've seen, there was always the chance that Spirit would have this sort of performance in them against VP, as this is one of the bigger beatdowns that VP's had in quite a while. As they're just getting bullied all over the place. It's just completely falling apart. A 21k lead at 34 minutes in. It's just not a position that VP are very familiar with finding themselves in.
They're Dota players. They're not used to having to play hide and seek, especially as the hiders. And right now, their only sanctuary is within the confines of their base. Spirit as well, bear in mind, they've got a lot more to play for here. VP effectively guaranteed to qualify for TI on points alone, whether they're first or second, doesn't matter. Spirit, if you get first place, that's a huge deal.
It's massive.
Suddenly, you have a pretty damn good chance of going to TI on points, regardless of how you play at the major.
I think
and a lot of teams are going to be needing wins, so quite possibly will be the most competitive major we have seen in some time. At least 6 or 7 teams will need results to get those points to cross the threshold into the top 12. Guaranteed to come back here to Stockholm early August. $40 million. No big deal.
Well, here we go. VP with another smoke. If this one goes badly, though, you might see the G's getting dropped. As a lost fight here will be a guaranteed Roshan and its benefits to Team Spirit. Can VP disrupt this in time? They can't. Roshan has gone. They're going to still try to make the jump. They're in onto Mirror. Mirror will get burst. DM getting the call off now with the arena down, collapsing straight over the back lines, focusing Kingslayer. GPK is trying to bring down Yatoro the once. He'll be able to do so. Reincarnate popped. GPK is into the pit. Waveform up in a few seconds. They've got the silence. Is he going to be able to get out of this? The arrow connects. They've caught him. They're in onto GPK. GPK goes down. VP unable to make the move into the Rosh in time, as they'll once again lose Kingslayer and GPK. Team Spirit now 25k ahead and in fantastic position and form to start pushing towards the high ground now.
I just don't see how VP get into this, Owen. It's not like they've been, well, I would say they haven't been playing poorly, but they haven't really been playing Dota for 15 minutes. Just trying their best to hold on. Spirit finally have enough of an item advantage. They're just walking into the base. There's the Moon Shard for Kingslayer. For Nightfall. Why do I keep calling him Kingslayer?
Oh, save. Remember the jump save, trying to get out to the side. They've got the control onto DM. DM needs help and he needs it now. GPK having to use the buyback. Trying to save his axe here as DM. He'll still go down. Nightfall's in with the combo on Collapse, but the BKB's popped by Collapse. Another attempt for DM to come in with the call, but Nightfall getting fully focused. Pots the BKB. It won't save him. Nightfall's gone. 2 heroes on VP down without buyback. As DM is jumped. GPK returning to the Void Spirit. He's able to dissimulate, but with 3 dead, they'll call it GG from VP as this game 2's Team Spirit